The quiet table. The restaurant was nearly empty, wrapped in the soft hum of low music and the quiet clink of cutlery. Warm yellow lights glowed over worn wooden tables, giving the small roadside place a comforting charm that most people overlooked. Outside, evening traffic drifted slowly, headlights sliding across the windows like passing memories. Arman stepped inside after a long, exhausting day. His shoulders sagged with fatigue, and his mind carried the weight of unfinished work and quiet worries. All he wanted was a peaceful meal, no conversations, no expectations, just a few minutes to breathe. He chose a corner table near the window where he could watch the outside world without being part of it. The waiter approached with a polite smile. "Just one?" he asked. Arman nodded. "Yes, just me." He ordered rice, grilled chicken, and a warm cup of tea. While waiting, he scrolled through his phone without really reading anything. The silence around him felt like a soft blanket, and for a moment he found comfort in being alone. The door chimed softly. A young mother entered holding the hand of a small boy no older than 5. Their clothes were clean but worn, and their expressions carried quiet uncertainty. The boy's eyes moved quickly around the room, filled with curiosity and unmistakable hunger. They hesitated near the entrance, unsure whether they truly belonged there. The mother spoke softly with the waiter before guiding her son to a small table not far from Arman's. They sat down without ordering anything. Arman tried to ignore them, but his attention kept drifting back. The boy sat very still, hands folded neatly, yet his gaze followed every plate that passed from the kitchen. Each time food appeared, his eyes lingered just a second longer than normal. Soon Arman's meal arrived, steaming and fragrant. As he lifted his fork, he noticed the child looking at his plate, not rudely, just with quiet longing. When the boy realized he'd been seen, he quickly looked down. The mother gently brushed the boy's hair back and whispered reassurance. She ordered only a glass of water, her voice polite yet hesitant. Arman paused mid-bite. The peaceful dinner he had wanted suddenly felt heavier with unspoken emotion. The clink of his fork sounded louder than before. Outside, the sky darkened while inside 3 strangers sat only a few steps apart, one seeking solitude, the others carrying silent struggle. And as Arman stared at his untouched food, he felt the first crack in the loneliness he had come to protect, a quiet realization that this dinner might not remain just his own, the simple request. Arman watched quietly as the boy swung his feet under the chair, trying to stay patient. Every time the kitchen door opened, his eyes followed the plates with silent hope. The mother noticed and leaned close, whispering softly, reminding him to be strong. A waiter approached their table. "Would you like to order something?" The mother hesitated, fingers tightening around the glass of water. "We don't have much today," she said gently. "My son is a little hungry, can we stay here for a while?" Her voice carried dignity, not desperation. The waiter nodded uncertainly and allowed them to remain. Arman felt his chest tighten. He looked at his full plate and then at the child tracing small patterns on the table to distract himself. The restaurant remained quiet, yet the silence felt heavy. He tried to eat but couldn't focus. Memories surfaced, moments when he had witnessed quiet struggles and wished he had done more. The loneliness he had come to enjoy now felt like avoidance. The boy glanced toward his plate again, and their eyes met briefly. The child looked away in embarrassment while the mother pulled him closer, whispering comfort. Arman set his fork down. His chair scraped softly as he stood. He didn't know exactly what he would say, only that staying silent no longer felt right. He walked to their table. The mother looked up cautiously, unsure of his intention. The boy's eyes filled with curiosity. "Would you like to share a meal with me?" Arman asked gently. The words hung in the air. The mother seemed surprised, almost speechless. The boy's face brightened, but he waited for her response. Around them, the quiet restaurant seemed to pause. Arman offered a warm smile. "I ordered too much," he added softly. "It would mean a lot if you joined me." After a moment of hesitation, the mother nodded. "Thank you," she whispered. "That's very kind of you." And in that simple moment, the loneliness Arman carried began to fade, replaced by a sense of purpose he hadn't expected, a meal that changed 3 hearts. They moved to Arman's table together. The waiter brought extra plates, and soon the once silent corner filled with gentle conversation. The boy sat carefully, eyes shining with gratitude. He took his first bite slowly, as if making sure it was truly allowed. When he tasted the warm food, his face lit up with pure happiness. He ate politely, glancing at his mother for approval while she watched with quiet relief. Arman felt warmth replace the emptiness he had carried all day. The boy began sharing stories about school, his drawings, and his dreams of becoming an artist. His innocent excitement filled the space with laughter. The mother spoke honestly about their difficult day, unexpected expenses, long hours, and moments when hope felt fragile. She didn't complain, she simply expressed gratitude for kindness when they needed it most. Other diners glanced over occasionally, smiling at the transformation from silence to warmth. Even the waiter seemed pleased to see the atmosphere soften. As the meal continued, Arman realized how rare genuine human connection had become in his life. He had come seeking solitude but discovered something far more meaningful: shared humanity. When the plates were finally empty, the boy leaned back with a satisfied sigh. "Thank you," he said shyly. "This was the best dinner." The mother's eyes filled with emotion. "You didn't just give us food," she said softly. "You gave us kindness." Arman smiled. "You gave me something too," he replied. "I came here to be alone, but I think I needed this more than I realized." They walked toward the door together. Outside, the night air felt calm and fresh. The boy waved goodbye with a bright smile while the mother offered a grateful nod before they disappeared into the evening. Arman stood watching for a moment, feeling lighter than he had in days. The quiet dinner he had planned had turned into something unexpectedly meaningful, proof that even a small act of kindness could change more than just one evening. And as he stepped back into the restaurant to pay the bill, he carried with him a simple truth: sometimes the moments we try hardest to avoid, the interruptions, the unexpected encounters, are the very moments that remind us we are not meant to live alone.